And he
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
sleep.
Good though. I listened to your show last few nights. I'm a lurker. I'm like a guy who's like just doing whatever, and I listen to your show. And also when I go, hey guys, in your chat, everyone's like, "Fuck you, Andy, you piece of shit, faggot cunt." And I'm like, I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, I think I should just make an alt account. Like, hey guys, I hear this shit too. You know, the second episode of my show.
Yeah.
I started editing. I'm editing that because it's a bit hard for me to talk today. Editing that yesterday at 11 a.m. and finished at 7 p.m. today.
shit.
But I took a lot of breaks smoking weed and shit, so like it's not like
Of course you did.
because like I actually like learned a lot of new tricks in the middle of the night that actually like sped up my process like way faster, and like so I was just fucking around all night. So basically, like a lot of the stuff that you see on episode 2, like if you see episode 1 like side by side with episode 2, the filters I use are way different and better because I learned them last night. So I was just fucking around with them all night.
Pretty
Pretty
good.
sure the best possible episode ever.
When did
You
you
don't do
finish?
curb stomping. You don't fucking half-ass curb stomp. You know, you want to go all the way.
That's true. So when did you finish filming it?
We did that what like 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay.
But like besides the like what I'm doing with YouTube, I got like a lot of shit on the side right now.
Right.
Some big projects right now that like a lot of meetings, a lot of work, a lot of writing. So I've been working my fucking ass off.
Oh yeah.
Literally like working like 10 hours a day.
Hey, good for you, man.
Yeah, that's good.
stuff.
That's good shit.
And I'll be announcing shit like in November. So like I'm allowed to say that much.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this kind of stuff, it's not off the cuff. You have to like make a script. You have to go over the script. You have to edit the script, and you have to. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, well, like the stuff I'm working that I'm gonna announce November, it's not even like YouTube related, really. Like it's like YouTube related, that the fact that I'm like a YouTuber who's promoting it on YouTube, but besides that, it's like a whole other fucking beast. So I'm fucking pumped for that. I can say that much. So that's what I've been working on. So people are like, "Oh my god, Andy, you spent a week and you only do one video." It's like, yo, you don't even know what I got.
Yeah, I
done.
bet that shit
Get it.
takes a lot of effort.
Yeah. So like I'm pumped. I got like a pretty. I've been you know, I have a team now basically with the stuff I have beyond what YouTube is.
Nice.
And the Warski thing is just honestly, like I'll tell you guys, like first of all, Zidan, you were completely right. When I was on Ralph your show, and then Zidan's like, I don't know if that was a good look, you know, like I decided to make it like a parody out of it to, you know, keep people entertained with what I have coming and also practice my skills for what I have coming as well. So
yeah, it's always good working on your own stuff, and self-reflection is good stuff.
oh dude, yo, I look at some of the fucking things I've done. I'm like, why were you guys like picking on me for that? And I look at it now and I go, holy fuck, I was a retard. What the fuck did I do that for? like I don't know. I think the problem with what happened is, you know, with me and JF and the show's doing so well financially and you know, number wise, I was trying to like, even though I wasn't happy when I was doing that with him, financially it was good, but like I just didn't feel creative and he was taking over my show and all that stuff. But I was trying to remake that, like, oh, it has to be a live show for this, and it wasn't that at all. I had to go with what I'm good at and what makes me happy. And I swear to God, like I fucking, so much shit has happened over the past month that's just been perfectly aligned that it's just creeping me out. Like do I believe in God now or the universe? Like help me, because holy shit.
A lot of people talk about, oh, I'm gonna go away and, you know, I'm just gonna chill back, and usually they're gone for like 2 or 3 days, maybe a week, and you actually took, you know, pretty much a full month off. And kind of sometimes you have to go away to let people realize that they miss you. You know what I mean? So when you're in everybody's face all the time, you know, you're doing shows all the time and stuff like that, you really can't be missed. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to go away to get that.
That's a really good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it was that as well as like I wasn't even chilling. Like the first week was chilling. It was sort of like self-reflection and like, okay, I have to fucking fuck off for a little bit. But then something happened within that end of that first week, and I've literally been working nonstop for the past month and 2 weeks, and I'm at this like level now where it's so hard to explain, but the YouTube thing was important for me to come back and show people, okay, this is what I actually want to do. So I hope you like this. And then also what happened behind the scenes with what I'm going to reveal was something I've always wanted. And luckily, it's like, I swear, everything that happened for a reason. Me failing at that moment on YouTube was the perfect moment for this to happen, and it's fucking awesome. Like, it's fucking huge. I'm pumped, and it's like literally brought my creativity back to like a level. I swear to God, everything's just happening. I don't know what.
Plus the YouTube stuff, right? I mean, it's fun, right? That's one of the main reasons, right? To continue with it.
Yeah, like the YouTube thing is really fun, and I'll never quit it or whatever. And for example, it's like, for the YouTube thing in specific, I'm like, I know I want to have a show that's entertaining, that's different than, live shows or politics, right? And then I was like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make myself the villain in this show because everyone fucking hates me, and literally take what everyone said and exaggerate it to a point where I'm almost curb stomping my best friend in the fucking face, and like literally just doing bad amounts of fucking drugs. And then so there was that first realization where you just fucking laugh at yourself, Andy. You fucked up. You were a weirdo for a little bit, so just embrace it. Cool. Make a show out of it. So there was that, and then there was something that someone called me, and that's the project I'm working on now that I will reveal in November. And then then I'm like, okay, I also want to do the news stuff the way I used to do it, but I don't have time to research because of the other stuff I'm working on. And then like the fucking next day, Ian Miles Chung and I started talking, and now he's my writer for my show for the news segment. Like, it was just like everything was happening so perfectly, and it was just like other things as well that I'm not going to reveal because it sort of exposes what I'm working on right now. But like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, I just needed to fuck off, and it was great. And also, people missed me and all that stuff. But yeah, so that's cool. Someone asked me in the chat here, will you do occasional Warski live shows? I'll tell you guys the truth. Like, I always thought I had to do the Warski live because that was my job for a little bit, right? Near the end, like, I'm sure you all noticed too, like, I got, like, even with like Jay Dyer, not because it was Jay Dyer in specific, I just got anxious, depressed. Like, it wasn't like, I was just like, I don't want to watch.
You weren't really feeling it, right?
Yeah, like, what are we gonna talk about? Like, I'm so in this bad spot. That's why if you watch those last few shows and then you watch the last show, I'm burning my nipple and doing handstands. It's like,
yeah, we were like, the fuck is going on here? That was
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, it is difficult to, it takes a lot of work to figure out, what are we gonna talk about, what topics, and sometimes just things happen organically. Like tonight, we talked about student loans, wasn't on this on the ticket. We talked about the housing market, and wasn't on the ticket at all.
Well, I will say that one of the great things that bails me out personally, to use my catchphrase, I wasn't really, into the show. Yeah. But, a few minutes before we get some topics together, we start talking to Dame. By the way, thank you, Dame, for coming on. And it just kind of came together. So a lot of times the co-hosts and the audience actually bring me up to where it's like good. I start having fun just as like part of the function of doing the show.
Yeah, Ralph taught us how bubbles work tonight.
Yes. They pop.
I think in retrospect, after everything I've done, I think with like live shows in particular, I think I'm good as a guest / co-host, but not as a host. Like, I had to like be like Andy, just take your fucking ego and shove it up your fucking ass. It's not what you. So like I would sit there, like, half my shows at the end were, so what do you guys want to hear about? Like, who gives a fuck what they want to hear about? Just do what you want to do. Like, you guys know how to do it. I know, like, me on Kumite, especially like in the early days, I was great as a guest, and when I became a host, I was terrible.
You know what? Yeah. It's funny that you said that, and sorry I cut you off, but
That's okay.
So I watched the Kumite. Of course, I wasn't around for the very beginnings of the Kumite because I was in jail. But I wasn't there for the very early
Getting
days.
fucked up the ass, right?
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
man, don't lie.
exactly. Yeah. Of course, I was getting raped. Not actually, but yeah, that's what people say.
Yeah, 'cause
But,
you actually sex because you accepted it.
Actually, I would tell you that would be a lot more exciting than what actually happened in jail. It was pretty much workout, boring
raped
ass
them.
shit. No, it was so boring. I can't even hardly describe how.
You're like, come on, someone pull your dick
Like
out. I was
being
like,
raped would have been
bored.
much more exciting than what actually happened to me.
Yo, you want
It
to
was-
get raped in jail? 'cause
It
you're
was
bored?
so boring. You just want to bang your head against the brick wall that you're forced to, be locked in.
Oh,
But
man.
so I noticed, and actually, I love watching the Kumite and enjoying it. And I noticed when it switched to you being an official host of the Kumite, it kind of it didn't have the same energy. You know what I mean? It seemed to be more of a I guess more of a job for you. You know what I mean?
If you hear the really good clips from the past that I was on, it was me just jumping on and just fucking talking about something, and then I would leave. But when
Yeah.
I felt like I had to be there, and
And you would just pop in and out at will, basically. Yeah.
oh yeah, I used to I remember I would go come in, talk about a fight I had with someone or VR porn or whatever. Had a great segment. And all right, guys, I'm gonna go fucking smoke a joint, and then, or buy smokes or buy coffee, and I'm just driving around listening, just so in case something happens, that I could jump back in and
Yeah.
be. But sitting there, it's all right, guys, what do you want to fucking talk about? I don't know. It's not pressure because it's on my channel.
Yeah.
So it's am I the main host? I don't know what to talk about, guys. And then with my show Warski Live, it did so well politically because JF was there. I'll be honest with that. JF was good at that. But personally, with the really far alt-right stuff, that's not my political opinion or viewpoints. But I did enjoy the debates and all that stuff. But then that's what the show became, and I'm this is not what I want to do. This is not, and I don't want to be the co-host of this political movement, even though I'm okay with these guys. I don't want, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what it was. And then when I was alone, I was just fucking, it was just garbage. I cringe.
You were
I
put in
would-
a position you didn't want to be at, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
there's the difference between what we do. We like talking to people, from everywhere, and so it's someone I like, Peter Brimlow from Vidare. I went out and tried to get him on, and we got him on last Thursday.
Nice.
And I was like, holy shit, this is great. And the conversation with him, which I've been trying to clip out and make an intro for about a week and a half, and I haven't done it yet. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I would love to have him on again, and he enjoyed it too.
See, you guys, I listen to your shows a lot, but with you guys, I'm very interested in politics and all that stuff, but I stink at explaining it. I'm a learner. Oh fuck, I didn't know that. So it's you'll say a name and you'll say who it is, and I'll learn it. I'm that's cool. For me, to teach politics, that's a special needs kids they fucking teach you how to ride a bike, and you're come on, man. Near the end for me of when I was doing live shows, I took 5 years off my life. I was so depressed, so sad, so angry.
Were you in a bad headspace?
I was gonna start flagging people fucking Monday night. Piece of shit. You know what's funny? I'm not gonna be in any drama at all. The first day I was for a month. I log in, and everyone's yo, Monday Matt flagged you. I'm what? It's silly. No, but I know what you're saying. A lot of people go, oh, it's a really easy job. What you do is fucking not easy, because it's easy if you could do it for 3 months, but to stay consistent with it, it's fucking. Sometimes it's rips your soul.
Well, I mean, look, it's sort of a performance in a lot of ways. I try to get on, just be myself, but you have to get on 5 days a week and 3 hours a night. It can be a little taxing, especially if you're not feeling it that day. That's why I do, and it's not to take anything away from somebody who does it once or twice a week, but it's definitely a little bit easier if you're just doing it once a week. You know what I mean? Or you have different schedule. You know what I mean? You're doing it multiple times per week too.
Yeah. It got like really, and there's also like that. Okay, so you do it every day, which is like that's insane to me because when I was on Kumite before I was part of the actual team, I was on a lot, like almost every day. But like I took breaks. I'm gonna go buy McDonald's. Bye guys, have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Well, because you're just sitting there, you're popping in and out. It's like whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, and but to be there, yeah, it is difficult. And then also, I remember like some of the debates too, was just fucking like boring. Oh my god! Like when you saw my camera turn off, it's just weird. I get it. You hate Jews, like fucking god. Fucking, how many times can you fucking say I hate Jews until you're like, all right, guys, I get it. Fuck. Like,
Every day.
How many times can you revisit the JQ?
I think we did the fucking the fucking JQ like to the point where like I'm like I don't even give a fuck. Like it's like, oh, the Jewish people influence the media. I'm like let's do something about it, guys. It's boring.
Well, there was one man who tried to do
pitchfork
something
and go
about
there.
it. If there was one man who tried to do something about it, maybe you have to resurrect him.
Fuck it, let's. I'll shave my mustache. Come on, guys. Let's do this. I know what the next episode of Warski is gonna be.
You naturally don't like people hating you, but
I had to accept.
I've grown to love it. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Especially me. I was like, all right, guys, like, yeah.
Well, I think some of it.
I
guess one of the reasons I think that we're still here and still doing well or whatever. So far we're still doing pretty good.
Don't be modest about it. You guys fucking took all of IBS as IBS died.
But the thing
guys,
is,
here's our doors. You were like the homeless shelter for IBS.
But the thing is, Andy, I never considered us to be IBS from when we started. I still don't consider it. I've never said that.
It's just,
either. I don't agree.
It's a mixture.
I mean, like, I would say people would consider it because there was like websites that had all of us combined, and then
I would agree.
Also,
so I understand what Zidan's saying, that we're not IBS because and I feel like some people have, I don't know if it's a misreading of IBS or whatever, but the way IBS was promoted, it was like, okay, we need to see some blood, we need to see some people fighting. So what, on our show we may or may not have people fighting. Plenty of nights we don't have people fighting. We have callers calling in, they might be fighting with us or arguing with us or giving a take we don't agree with. But it might just be, a funny take on the day's news. A lot of times that's what our show is, just on what's happening.
most of the time,
most of the time it is. Yeah, that's most of the time.
Like when you have people disagree, it's not as vicious as it was on a lot of the other shows. I'm including mine, right? Like,
yeah, I would agree with that.
Like even when I listened to that Monday Matt clip, you guys were really
well.
nice.
Look, I don't even remember.
Matt, no.
Yeah.
Can what's the fucking catch?
Yeah, what's up?
No, Matt. Oh my.
Wait a minute, Matt. No.
Yeah, Monday Matt's in.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
No, guys, that
I can't
silence
recreate it, but
was fucking beautiful.
But that whole thing, Andy, was completely organic. So Medicare came back, he put the video out, and I said, oh, this is funny. And of course, we'd been waiting for him to come back for a couple weeks.
Polar Bear, though. Come on, guys.
Well, I mean, Polly's
Polar
pretty
makes some
basic.
valid points.
Yeah, 100% does.
But look, we were waiting for Medicare to come back. We already had the Masterson show, so we already had Dick Masterson planned for Friday, and I had been saying for a week and a half that, wow, I hope Jim comes back before this show because it'd be great to have him on.
Yeah.
And then he literally comes back the day before the show, and he comes back with the Monday Matt clip of Polly saying "nigger this, nigger that," and so
Yeah, when I say in my shower.
Yeah. But of course I'm gonna put it in the show. So then we get struck down for playing a clip that he himself had on his channel for 6 years. And then so things just build from there. I message Matt and I say, look, you know what? I actually think you struck us down. Other people think you struck us down. Why don't you come on here? He comes on. I mean, the whole thing was organic. You know what I mean? It wasn't, oh, we had
Yeah,
this.
no, I know what you mean. Like, you didn't like manufacture it
happened.
or like
Yeah.
try to pick on someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
He struck you. Okay, yeah, I'll say it straight up. And I know you're like Ralph, you're like way too nice. You're like, well, we can't with 100%.
Well,
He fucking flagged you down. He tried flagging me, but I had like more subs, I guess. He definitely flagged down Kumite. He flagged down Failure. He had like 20 fucking minutes to fucking remove Element or whatever, use that Origin, whatever, erasing.
you block Origin. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even
get 20
Yeah.
20 minutes of that. Yo,
I didn't
motherfucker, this guy is fucking now I don't think he's flagging anyone. I think it's just now people.
I think so.
going-
At this point I think it's other people.
yeah, it's people
I-
going, if we flag, then they'll just think it's Matt.
Yeah, well, at least let's put it this way. I would hope that it's other people, and I tend to think, you know, surely he's not that dumb at this point. But who
I don't
knows?
think he's that dumb.
But the other point is,
I feel you know how like you think, oh, it's a bad headspace and I'm sorry and blah blah. I truly feel like it did hit him, like the severity of what happened, but he's still a fucking piece of shit and doesn't deserve forgiveness. But I know he's probably like, fuck, I should have never done that. It's like a guy who cheats on his girlfriend. And then
He
he's
didn't even
caught.
And gets
apologize
caught.
to
And gets
people.
caught too.
Yeah, he's like,
That's the thing. He gets caught. You know what I mean? You can cheat on your girlfriend. You can cheat on whoever. If you don't get caught, it's like, yeah, you know what? You can think about it personally, like, I should have done that. But you're not really gonna,
Yeah.
you know, get that broken up about it because you didn't get caught. But once you get caught, and once it's out there, and you know, your
On
loved one
video.
knows it, everybody knows it. Yeah, exactly. It's there for everybody to see. All of a sudden, you have some remorse and this and that would have not existed otherwise. Let me ask you this, Andy: do you think there's anything? Personally, I don't really see it.
No, there is not. Matt
yeah.
has no chance of coming back, at least for like. Look, there's people who fucking bounce back and this and that. I mean, me, for example, like, I mean, it's not fully back to where I was, but I mean, my ratio from likes to dislikes is very good, considering all the fucking, you know, mediocre or shitty shows I did and my fucking shitty behavior near the end. But like what he did, like Ralph, imagine fucking he tried taking my job away from me. This is like
Yeah, it's such an asshole move.
And a fake
no,
apology
it's
on
not even
Tumblr.
asshole move. Like this is
It's beyond that. Yeah.
I would like. I'm not saying I would, but if my job was removed, that's fucking like that's fighting words. That's fighting. Like,
Well, say you know you have car payments, you have house payments, you know whatever rental payments, and this guy's trying to. I mean, by doing something like that, and you know that this is the guy's main avenue of income.
After crying
You
about demonetization.
Yeah, after you know making all this noise about my videos demonetized, you're really trying to fuck up somebody's life over some shit talk.
Yeah, and also like he became like something after being flagged.
Well, his whole
so he
career is
quit.
based on shit talk of
Oh.
SJWs and stuff like that.
yeah, basically,
So-
And
it's-
defending pedos.
that too.
I-
That's his two topics are SJWs and defending pedophiles. Basically,
I don't know. I guess part of it is look. I've been through it all, and you know I've had people shit talk me in you know very big outlets, and you know for good reason. I fucked up, and you know I took responsibility. But to sit there and try to you know take money out of people's pockets over
I would.
you know
Fucking,
it's pathetic.
Andy
But
was
the guy
like, wasn't he
doesn't
talking to
know.
Failure behind the scenes after he flagged him? Like
Who?
trying to be his buddy?
Even Neo, dude. Matt, if you hear this, if you fucking took my job from me, I would fucking kick your fucking ass, you piece of shit. People like the amount of work, guys. I've been on YouTube for 13 years. Okay, 13 fucking years. In fact, a new series. I'll just announce it now. It's starting next week on Monday. It's called Warski, and I got like a ton of shit that's privated. That's like I went through with a ton of people. That's fucking hilarious. But they only had like 1,000 views or something, right?
Yeah.
But my point with that is, there was like 8 years of fucking nothing, of like go to the I worked at Whole Foods, so I go to Whole Foods. I started as a cashier, and then I was a supervisor, and then I moved over and was a butcher. Okay, so I was a butcher near the end. I would you go fucking work, and you're fucking cutting up animals, okay, and then you're fucking at the end of the day you have to spray the fucking whole place with protein soap that like eats at the meat, and it's all over your fucking and come back soaking wet, and just stand in front of the camera and then rant and then post it. And I do that every day for like years and years and years, until I did one video that got 500,000 views, that it became my job. Okay, if this fucking faggot got upset because I was like, oh, he cried out of the fucking silver play button and took my job, I would beat the fucking shit out of him.